Hey everybody, welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today we're going to be talking about Gisela, or as I call half double or double half, or whatever you want to do. She's the Boros chick that is just quite frankly amazing. 7 mana's a little much, but for what she does, man, she's really good. I do have, we'll go first through the mana ramp. It's a little more than I normally run, simply because she is pretty heavy on the old mana. Now, obviously, you don't see a Soul Ring or Thran Dynamo. As I said, I can't. As many decks as I'm cranking out, I don't have Soul Rings and Thran Dynamos for all of them. This is a deck that probably needs it, though. Anyway, um, I tried to focus on the double aspect, and I really like, of course, Mana Flare. I guess that's Mana Ramp, but it helps everybody. Don't really care. This is all about the cool things you can do when you start to double damage. So, obviously, the gratuitous violence, Furnace of Wrath, little risky the furnace, but hey, and of course the dictate. Now, I like the old Fire Servant as well, simply because there are some really good instants and sorceries that deal damage. I mean, obviously, I put sudden impact in there because there's that one player that hoards their hand. Um, but some things to actually double, um, you know, Urza's Rage, it goes from 10 to 20 in a heartbeat. You get enough enchantments out there, and you can headshot somebody for 40 really quickly. Searing Wind, uh, essentially the same card. I I like Searing Wind. I don't play with it a lot because it is just straight mana for damage at instant speed. I mean, and nobody sees 10 damage at instant speed coming. Especially if your girl's out there, you're going to do more. Now, creature-wise, yeah, here, we'll just go ahead and go through. Red-white, it lends itself to the red-white angels, and that's fine. They're all pretty decent. Aurelia gives you double attack steps pretty much. Um, but the red-white angels are pretty good. Those are the ones I'm using for the deck. Now, I want to talk about this guy. Heartless Hitsugu. Now, it's a shame that he's Heartless Hitsugu is an amazing commander by himself, but um, he is really good. Now, the same block that gave us Heartless Hitsugu also gave us Overblaze, so you can end the game quickly. Well, even if you have that one that says prevent the one damage. Um, the goggles is kind of mana ramp that lets you copy your Blazing Wind. Now, Blasphemous Act, 13 damage is generally big enough to kill most things, but hey, if you got to double it and deal 26 to everything, sometimes there's a call for that. Sometimes those +1 counters on those guys are just dumb. Anyway, we'll go through the instance. Oblation is, I think, one of the better removal spells. It gets rid of that pesky indestructible stuff. Sulphurous Blast is pretty good when you're looking at it from the perspective of 4 damage and 6 damage. Now, obviously, the Boros Charm and the Lightning Helix are so good. I'm playing the colors. It's almost too good not to play with them. Also like Double Cleave because, hell, it's got the word double in the title, and that is our theme. Double Strike for your general can be, she's already, she's going to deal 5, which gets doubled to 10. With this on, at instant speed, you double cleave her. That's 20 general damage. And of course, it's hard for me to play a deck that has red and kind of focuses on damage without playing the lightning bolt. It's just a good core card. And hey, you know, Chandra's not so bad when you're looking at 2 damage to a creature and then 12 damage to 6 targets. Not bad at all. As far as creature wise, I'm actually running a little light besides those angels that you saw. Um, Obviously, the Inferno Titan, because he now deals 6 damage when he comes or attacks. Iroas is the amount of enchantments that are in here. He's going to get turned on pretty quick, and the ability to prevent damage to your attackers helps with the double attack step chick. The Combustible Gear Hulk, obviously. The Mirren Crusader, I really like that simply because it has double strike and double protection. And the best level up card ever, Figure of Destiny. We talked about that earlier, I'm sure. Speaking of enchantments, Battle Mastery, obviously, because of the double strike. Fervor, because I want to give things. Scourge of the Nobilis. I really like the Scourge because, man, it's lifelink +2, fire breathing on our general. Bash and Delight, obviously. Mark of the Asylum. Now, Mark of the Asylum is really good with Blasphemous Act, simply because your dudes won't die. And that's why I love the mark, the Blasphemous Mark, as I call it. That combo is pretty good, and it also takes out of play a lot of other things. We're going to save that card. Now, well, no. Mana Barbs. Mana Barbs is a little sketchy. I know what you're thinking. We've got some mana rocks, but you want to talk about stalling out a game or ending it quickly, depending on the mindset of the players you're playing with. If you've got several double effects, man, Mana Barbs can really influence a game. Now, obviously, here again, we're going to have some boots for our girl. The Forge, Sunforger there. It's really good to go and get your, at instant speed, you can go get your Boros Charm to your Lightning Helix, your Bolt, all kinds of cool things. And of course, we wouldn't be a good Pyromancer without, that. And now you're tacking on +4 damage. Quietus Spike, the Quietus Spike's it's really, really, really good when you're talking about doubling things. Fire Shrieker, of course, the Inquisitor's Flail. Now, I love how Inquisitor's Flail doesn't give it double strike. It spells it out. It just deals double damage, because it works so well with double strike, because the first strike damage gets doubled, and then the regular combat damage step gets doubled. And yes, so what? You have the Irosis is taking care of the other part. And I've got the Hell Vault, because why not? Because I really like the Hell Vault. It is some, quasi removal, albeit it's expensive. Let's talk about ending the world. Obviously, since we don't have a lot of creatures, we're going to be running a little bit of Blow Up the World, which is fine. And then, of course, we have the Hollow Burial for indestructible things. End Hostilities is, I mean, there's a lot of decks that just hoses. And yeah, I'm that Decree of Annihilation Obliterate guy, because, sometimes you just want to push the panic button. Pyroclasm is not bad when you're looking at it. First of all, Pyroclasm is amazing. We got an Ice Age. It answered the white weenie problem. And I mean, Pyroclasm, whenever it has been legal, has kept White Weenie in check, or a lot of things like White Weenie. However, um, the damage being doubled is kind of cool. Waves of Aggression, man, Retrace. Retrace is the most powerful ability that will probably never come back, because discarding a land is not really. I mean, I can turn every land I draw into another combat step. Wow. Now, I do have Detonate simply because it is artifact destruction with damage tacked on, so that's I was looking at damage. Now, Browbeat, normally under normal circumstances, is not an exceptional multiplayer card. I personally have always loved Browbeat. Love it, love it, love it. Because it's win-win. Yes, you don't get to control which win you get, but now you're talking about 10 damage. Hey, you want to take 10 so I don't draw 3? Seems pretty good. The rest, obviously, the lands. Gotta play with Sunhome to give your general double strike, because that's, fair and balanced. But that is Gisela. She is all about the double. And ooh, some awesome glare going there. That's all I've got for this one. I do appreciate you watching. We're going to keep on. I'm thinking about actually adjusting how much I post up. Since I have started a new job, time is a little more limited than it was. I'm thinking about just probably, I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Do I need to keep going every other couple days, or it would really help me if I could do a big dump of 2 or 3 videos every 4 or 5 days. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments below. And I appreciate you watching. But right now, it's my day off. So it is time to shuffle and cut.